conflicting thoughts, so to say, where it works, where it doesn't work, and so on. But that's later for the question and answer. First, let me do a quick introduction of yours so that you can get on with the session. I mean, there's a lot to tell about you. Okay. So Anuprit is the Chief Revenue Officer at GAN.ai. He's a young leader with a diverse background in coding, sales, entrepreneurship, and building go-to-market strategies for top VC-backed companies. And wait for a moment what he has done. At GAN.ai, he oversees the scaling of revenue and marketing across all channels. He started his sales career not so long ago, in 2016, with Metal as their head of US and Europe, which was acquired by Mercer in 2019. After spending some time in the San Francisco office of Mercer, he returned to India to build GTM engine for Slintel, which was also acquired by the largest ABM company in the world, 6sense. Anuprit has witnessed 200 million plus exits by global giants in the last 6 years, thanks to his record-breaking growth from $0 to $10 million for these startups, back to back. Under Anuprit's leadership, GAN.ai has powered marketing campaigns for renowned brands like Cadbury, Pepsi, Samsung, Unilever, and top SaaS companies like Turing, Sauce Labs, Salesforce, and others. These campaigns have reached 500 million views worldwide. Anuprit is passionate about the use of generative AI in marketing and sales and is committed to making it accessible to every seller and marketer. Video prospecting is a powerful but manual and time-consuming process. In his session, Anuprit aims to explain how generative AI can transform video outreach by letting sales reps easily create millions of personalized videos from just a single recording. By combining the personalized touch of video with the scale of AI, reps can stand out from the noise, deeply connect with many more prospects, and drive more deals than previously possible. Sharing inspiring examples and a vision for the future where AI elevates reps' creativity, leading to more authentic and engaging conversations. Over to Anuprit.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Subhanshan. Thank you for that introduction, and thank you so much for having me here. Very excited. I'll make this session all about watching examples of how people are successful in implementing video at scale using AI, and we'll see a lot of case studies. We'll see a lot of numbers around how people are leveraging it already across different industries, and you can find your fitment somewhere there. If there are questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them in the Q&A session after the presentation is done.
So take it away, and I'll be back for the Q&A.
Absolutely, thank you so much. So that's a little bit about me. I think that has been covered by Subhanshan already. So I'll dive right into this. Why is video the most exciting medium of engagement? Why do we have a dedicated session today on video as a medium? Some fun stats. These are coming from Economic Times, Forbes, etc. So we all grew up in the age of Facebook, where text was the most convincing channel of communication. Everyone was communicating in Facebook statuses, etc. It took them about 10 months to reach first million users, and about 8.7 years to reach 1 billion users. Instagram as a channel, it took them 2 months to reach 1 million users and 7.7 years to reach 1 billion users. And TikTok, the most popular video-based channel, it took them 9 months to reach 100 million and 5 years to reach 1 billion users. So 9 months for 100 million users versus 10 months that Facebook took to get the first million users. All of this happened in the span of like a decade and a half at best, right? So what changed? It was the users' behavior. People wanted to consume videos. People wanted to consume short form video content, and it was very clear that videos are a lot more engaging than text. And I just tried to apply the same logic in the B2B side of the world. And when we built GAN, we realized that we feel that personalization works. We were all convinced that tools like Outreach, SalesLoft, etc. have already solved for personalization on text. There's mail merge. Mail merge is 2 decades old. Simply using a mail merge technique to replace names of people in an email. That's 2 decades old. But now that videos are more engaging, how do I scale up my efforts? I can't be recording 20 videos every day. getting in front of the camera, being all dressed up every day. You can clearly see, I'm not a big fan of dressing up every day, for videos. And so how can I scale up my video efforts and still get, the results that I command? And so we realized that, there's generative AI, there's video, there's been mail merge on tech that is immensely successful. Why don't we make a mail merge on top of videos? And that's exactly, we started, that's exactly what we built. And the first campaign, that we ever worked on was showing astronomic results. There was 9% video completion rate without personalization, where, let's say if I record a video saying, hello friend, how are you? I wanted to reach out to you and tell you more about my company, versus if I say, hello Anna, how are you? Hello Adam, how are you? Hello Sam, how are you? The video completion rates were 46%. 5 times improvement in video completion rate by simply adding the name of the prospect to the video. And we were convinced that this is a product worth investing in, both our time and money. And there you go. We had the product which could magically change variables in the video with just a click of a button. And video completion rates uh, hit home run. And then we also had approximately 4x improvement in the meetings booking rate. This is one of our customers, one of the users of the platform, and her video.
Hi, John Smith. My name is Karen, and I'm part of the growth team here at Tour Hero. We're a social travel platform that helps individuals plan and execute group retreats. We found your retreat on Instagram and thought that you might be a perfect candidate to partner with us.
She never said John Smith in this video. In the original video, she might have said Anupreet. She might have said any random name, but we replaced it to John Smith with a click of a button and made it look seamless in the rest of the video. The rest of the pitch was actually recorded by her, so it's not a fully synthetic video, which I believe is not as effective as a video where you get in front of the camera, you're convincing the person on the other side that I've put in the efforts, and you have. But the only difference is that you're not putting in that effort 20 times a day. You're probably putting in that effort once in 20 days, so that you can change your pitch frequently. You can have different pitches for different industries, etc. But you don't have to re-record the exact same pitch just because one or two variables are different in that video. We scaled it up to doctors and other practitioners. The person in the frame right now, his name is Dr. Cohen, and he uses it for appointment reminders. And similarly, account executives across the board are using our platform for meeting reminders before the call, and seeing like a massive drop, in no-show rates. In fact, this particular hospital with this particular video could reduce their no-show rates of patients from 20% to 2%. So while 20% of the patients would not show up for appointments earlier, now that number is only 2% because the doctor personally reminds them about the session that they have, the appointment that they have with the doctor, which is a massive improvement in revenue for them. And similarly, if you apply that to B2B sales or whatever you're doing, this could mean so many more meetings, so many more interactions, so many more show-ups, and so much more revenue for your business. And here's what his video looks like. This is more like a mashup, so you can see multiple, versions of the same video with names changed. Oops.
Hi, Paulina, Dr. Cohen here. Hi, Peter, Dr. Cohen here. Hi, Christopher, Dr. Cohen here. Hi, Paul, Dr. Cohen here.
And it's not just limited to B2B companies. Even B2C companies are using video personalization and GAN.ai for personalizing store names. I think we've all seen multiple ads, maybe if not thousands, definitely hundreds of ads that say rush to your nearest store and buy blah blah blah. And you're like, what nearest store? I don't know if you ever questioned, but I always question myself, like, what do you expect me to do? You want me to really run around and find the nearest store which has like your product? But on videos, it was just impossible to say the store name all this while. But Samsung became one of the first companies to actually say each and every store name and and personalize every ad to the zip code that someone is watching it from. So if I'm watching this ad from a particular zip code and the store name there is City Collection, it would actually say rush to City Collection and check out the Samsung foldable instead of saying rush to the nearest store, which definitely delighted the consumers, but also delighted the store owners. And this was a double victory for Samsung, because store owners were immensely delighted that now Alia Bhatt is not just endorsing the brand Samsung, but she's also endorsing the store, their own retail store, a mom and pop store near your house, right? Just imagine the amount of happiness on their face. For context, for anyone who's joining outside of India, if Alia Bhatt is not known to you, she has about 100 million followers on Instagram. She's one of the most successful Bollywood actresses right now, and she's also Gucci's global brand ambassador. Just imagine a mom and pop, mobile store near your house being endorsed by her, and that was made possible with the help of our technology. I'll play this video in full screen so that you can watch lip sync, you can watch name pronunciation, and see if you could tell if this was generated versus versus real.
Hey guys, ever since I got my new Galaxy foldables, I just can't seem to get enough of them and can't stop gushing about them, honestly. Trust me, if you haven't got yourself one of these beauties yet, you're definitely missing out. Rush to GP Telecom to unfold your world like never before. Rush to Prakash Enterprises store to unfold your world like never before. Rush to City Collection to unfold your world like never before.
Feel free to ping in the chat if you could tell which one of the three was original. But I'll move on. The use cases for video personalization are immense. While we've been talking about hard CTAs all this while as a use case, a lot of it can be used just for engagement. Like if you have deals in your pipeline, if you have leads sitting in your MQLs that are not converting, with a personalized video, you can also help just drive engagement and bring them back to life. That was done by a sports team called Mumbai Indians, the biggest sports franchise, biggest cricket franchise, I'm sorry, in the world. And they could engage with about 12 million followers of Mumbai Indians on Instagram with a personalized video. So whoever commented on the Mumbai Indians post received a personalized video in their DM. Around 150,000 videos were generated in about 2 weeks. This was the most commented post on Mumbai Indians Instagram page. Around 5,000 organic reposts, people who organically reposted the video in excitement, and 10 times improvement in their average comments. Which is massive for a brand that already has 12 million followers. And this video was recorded with no special equipment. And I'll make it very clear that you don't need to have proper production setup. Don't need to necessarily have a celebrity in the video. The actor in the video is one of the cricketers in the team, and the video is recorded with an iPhone in his hotel room with no special lighting, no special camera, microphone whatsoever. And here's how it goes.
Hi Sam, how you doing? Hi Ashraf, how you doing? Hi Rohan, how you doing? Thank you so much for all your love for MI on Instagram. With special fans like you cheering for us, we'll aim to reach greater heights this season.
So multiple ways in which the technology has been used, but let's come back to sales. I think most of the audience on today's call might be in sales, so I want to be respectful of that. So we've been talking about outbound, we've been talking about engagement, but this can also be implemented in inbound queries as well. So a brand called Vivo, one of the largest Android manufacturers after Samsung, also uses us for their inbound lead engagement. So if someone signs up for a phone inquiry or walks into a retail store to inquire about the phone, Virat Kohli, this time, a person who has probably 250 million followers on Instagram, the ex-captain of Indian cricket team and one of the most popular, or probably the most popular cricketer today, would send you a personalized video with your name in it, and would also tell the name of the sales rep and his number who I can contact to get more details about the phone. Here's an example of that.
Saurabh, I hope you're having a delightful day. Sunil, I hope you're having a delightful day. Tulika, I hope you're having a delightful day. The moment you've been waiting for is finally here. The new and delightful Vivo V27 smartphone is available in stores for you. An excellent design, a highly capable camera, and a stunning display. The Vivo V27 series will surely put you in the spotlight. Any questions? Then feel free to reach out Snehil on the number below and experience the Spotlight phone by yourself.
So Snehil and the number below being flashed on text in the screen, right, is all possible. So far we've been talking about mostly, voice-based personalization, lip sync, audio cloning, etc. But generative AI has made it like possible to just personalize anything about the video. You can change images, you can change text, and I'll talk to you more about it in the next slide. But the impact for Vivo was that the inbound queries got increased by 83%. And there was 47% increase in average target attainment of the sales reps that participated in this, which was massive. This was by large, the most successful campaign that Vivo had done across geographies, and made it a no-brainer for them to do it every single time. So this is, now a mandate at Vivo for every single phone that they launch. They use the technology for the promotion of, the phone, as well as for spreading awareness about the new device that has been launched. But I promise you that I'll talk to you about about image and text at large. So you could be camera shy. In fact, a quick dipstick made me realize that only 1 out of 4 people are comfortable getting in front of the camera to begin with. I'm sure that the number of users that a Salesloft or an Outreach has, would outnumber Vidyard and Loom by a very big margin, and that's because you're not comfortable recording a video, you're not comfortable getting in front of the camera, and does that mean you can't send a personalized video at all? That's not the case. You can have like subtle personalization done on thumbnails, on landing pages, or even on coffee mugs that you can probably include as a part of your video message. So if you could probably come up with an interesting video that you can edit and create for yourself, might not require you to get in front of the camera. You can just take some stock images and create a fun explainer video about your product, etc. And just have subtle places like the deck, etc., where you can just plug in their logo or you can plug in their names and make it a lot more engaging as an overall value proposition when someone watches the video and they're hooked to the video because they're seeing themselves in the video, they're seeing their name in the video, they're seeing their logo in the video, and they would appreciate the fact that you've taken the effort to go out of your way and send them a video which covers their logo, their names, etc., on different objects. And it could be not just on static objects but also on motion objects. So even if, let's say, you want the object on which the personalization needs to happen to be moving in the video, all of that can now be taken care of by products like GAN.ai. And it's already being leveraged by a bunch of salespeople across the world. So I'm happy to talk at length about how this is done, but just to give you a quick glimpse into what it takes. It just takes a simple setup. You can just record with a webcam, or you can go all in and record it with a studio setup with proper lighting and a DSLR or professional cameras and microphones. Up to you completely, but no special cameras are needed. As you can probably guess, there is additional training required for us to learn your voice, your lip movements, etc. But we can work with only 2 minutes of additional training footage. That's it. So it would not require more than 2 minutes for you to spend time in front of the camera to speak about, speak some gibberish so that we can learn your voice and lip sync in different phonemes. This is the training script that we provide you, and you just have to read it out in front of the camera and microphone setup that you've used for the actual campaign script. The entire shoot can be wrapped up in as little as 10 minutes and can be deployed in a week's time. Which means that if you decide today that you want a personalized, video experience for your customers, you can just shoot a 10-minute video today, and within 1 week, you'll be ready to send it out to 1 million people. The video generation time doesn't take more than a minute per video to generate, which means that the training time is 7 days, 5 to 7 days, but then after that, you can just go live immediately. All of this is possible, with your prospecting. And we're still sending text communication, or we're recording each video individually. The message that I wanted to give you today was that all of this is now very very convenient and very real, and people are already leveraging it. So if you're still sending text campaigns and thinking why this is not working out for you, probably you got the answer on today's session. And that was my purpose, to get on this call and give you like a little bit of deep dive into what people are already doing more than anything else. And very happy to go deeper into any of these conversations, and answer questions around it. So that was all, the GAN that I wanted to give you. And I want to leave you with this particular, timeline, that if you're just focusing on sales intelligence, to and only relying on that for your targets, I think you're still in somewhere around 2013. If you started using conversational intelligence, if you started using, sales loft outreach and other sales enablement products, sales engagement products, you're somewhere in 2018. And if you've started sending videos at scale using AI, you're somewhere around 2023. So you can probably map where you are with your products adoption, with this timeline, to get a sense of whether you want to up your game or not. But with that, I would like to thank you and take questions.
Thank you so much, Anuprit, for your walkthrough. I think there are a lot of questions. One part of the chat that is going on, and I would like you to talk about it a bit, is that people feel that maybe it works in B2C, but in B2B, this may not be extremely valuable because the personalization bit is very small and you really can't generate a lot of. Because, like you mentioned, most of the videos are not synthetic. It's only a portion where you are personalizing it. That's the bit that's being done.
Yeah.
What is your take on B2B usage?
No, absolutely. That's a very good point. I mean, it absolutely works in B2C. We're working with some of the largest consumer brands out there. But for B2B, we've not even released the product, to be honest. Like, we're not on product hunt. You would not see a lot of B2B on our website either. We just wanted some beta users, and we wanted to stop at around 10. We have more than 100 paid beta users for this product, even before the launch. And every single one of them tell us that there's no way they're going back to the older way. And I'll tell you why. The personalization here is beyond just the first name. So you can actually personalize the name of the person, the name of the company they belong to. You can personalize, let's say, a particular metric that you saw on their website, etc. You can also personalize, a moment where the LinkedIn profile of the person is rolling up on the screen. So we can also put video in video. So you just need to put a link on our platform, and we'll open the LinkedIn profile for you, put it on a screen share mode for you, and make it appear as if you shared that screen and scroll through that LinkedIn profile. So it's very, very deep when it comes to personalizing on that front. And I don't really mean that one size fits all. So you might need to record 5 or 7 videos across industries so that you can come across as a lot more relevant for each prospect that you're reaching out to. But those 7 videos can definitely be sent out to 7,000 by just changing 2 or 3 variables in that particular video. So that's how people are technically leveraging it right now, with like using features like LinkedIn profiles being opened up, company websites being opened up with just a quick hack at a certain point in the video. So you can just decide that on the 20th second I'm talking about, I was going through your company website and I thought I'll reach out to you. And you say that from 20th second to 29th second. And in those 9 seconds, the company website is actually opening up and is scrolling through, so that it feels like you're actually showing their website while you're talking about it. So all of those things can happen with just machine today.
Sure. Quick question. One is from Eric here, so I'll just put it on stage. This is what Eric is asking.
Do you have a solution that allows a prospect to respond by recording and sending a video to the campaign? If so, could the prospect video be shared to enhance engagement?
So this is, I think he means in response to the video that he sent out. Yeah.
That's a very, very interesting point. We today don't have that, but honestly, like, knowing my product team, I mean, this shouldn't be a feature that takes us more than like 2 weeks to build. Maybe we can talk offline. You can ping me, on LinkedIn. And if it is of value to you, we can actually build it in like 2 weeks and roll it out. So we do have a Vidyard equivalent product, which is absolutely free. It's still like for beta, but it's absolutely free. But I think the feature that you're talking about could be a great addition to our Vidyard equivalent product, where you just record one video and send it out, and in response, someone can just come in and also record their video and respond with a video. So if you see there's a big market for it, and you can convince our product team on that, like happy to get you on a call with our product head and and build it for you if you need it.
Well, Anupreet, this is great. I think this was a great session. We have had a session before this where you know the scrolling bit of the LinkedIn and the website. Although I see the value, but I think people also understand it is automated. Nobody's really doing it. People get it.
Yeah.
So how much is the real value in that?
Yeah.
Which is why I think the question about how effective it can be for B2B
Yeah.
is being asked. But again, these are early days, so we also have to
Yeah.
understand what you're doing is cutting
Yeah.
edge, and
Yeah.
things will change. So I think we need to see how this evolves.
Yeah, no, I think even like coming from a stance that people would know this is AI and would not get tricked into learning that you actually created that video from the scratch or recorded that video from the scratch is fair, because like people already know that mail merge kind of technologies exist, and you're
Exactly.
already doing that on emails when it comes to text, right? So what I'm trying to say is that even though people know that adding first name to an email is just a trick on Outreach or Salesloft or Mail Merge, you still do that. So you're already doing that, and try not doing that for that matter. If you don't do that, your open rates, your conversion rates will all dip, which means that people still want you to do that, which means that like sending a generic video or versus a personalized video has massive difference in impact, even if people know that this was done through an AI. And like that's exactly the mindset towards this as well. But like you rightly said, it's early days, and with time we'll know whether people adopt it or not.
Absolutely. So actually, there may be some more questions that will come up even later, and I will reach out to you offline for those answers so
Absolutely.
that we can sort of reach it out. And then when we put all this entire session on our website, we can add those questions and answers to that.
Absolutely. Sounds
Well,
good.
Anupreet, thank you so much. I really appreciate I know it's late for you, but I appreciate and it was great catching up in Bangalore. We should do
Absolutely.
that more often.
Lovely catching up with you as
Thank
well.
you.
Thank you so
You have a
much.
great day.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much, everyone, for taking
We'll be